Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Philomena. This is being Ilomiko. We live, we love, and we grow in grace. I am so glad to have you come back here. And if you're new here, karibu sana. We love guests here, and I am so happy to have you. I am so grateful to all of you, to everyone who sent their prayers, their what else, congratulatory messages, who exchanged their experiences with me, who shared their experiences with me, and who told me that it is going to be well. And my prayer is that it is going to be well, and not just for me, but for you as well. If you are going through the same thing, or maybe you're in a different season in your life, so I am praying that you may be well. And one of the things that I have learned in my life is whereas time heals things, planning that to happen gets you there eventually. But there's a difference between someone who plans for healing to happen to them, and there's someone who doesn't plan at all and stays in that place of sadness and frustration and all of that. And so there are few things that I am currently doing. The ones that I'm sharing, I am definitely currently doing, that are helping me get through this situation, and I am going to share them in hopes that if you're going through the same thing, you can try these things and see if they can help you feel just a little bit better while you're going through your hard time, or while you're trying to get used to things, as I am trying to do, just trying to settle in, and not just physically, but also in my spirit, so that I may feel comfortable and a little bit settled from inside out. So here are a few of the things that I am doing in order for me to settle in. These I have learned over the years, and so they're all my go-to, always when I'm going through something, but also every day. But during times when I'm going through situations that I really don't understand, or I don't feel like I'm really in control, I go to these ones and intensify them, so that the effect is more than on normal days. So let's go ahead and do this. Building and having a safe circle around me, people that I love and that love me, people that I can trust, people that I feel safe with. So the one thing that is such a gift for me during this season is that I got to move with my brother, and we are staying together. So every day when I go to work and I come back in, I know that my brother is there. Maybe he's not willing to listen to me, but he's gotta listen to me. And so what I'd encourage is have people, if it's friends or family, or people at work, wherever you are, try and have 2 to 3 very close people to create a circle and be around them when things get tough. Know where to go to, and people who make you feel safe, not people who make you forget about your problems, but people who make you safe, for you to be vulnerable and for you to do everything that you've got to do, and to share the experiences that you're going, the tough moments, and when you're a little sad, they're going to listen to you, and a place where you don't feel judged. So making sure that I eat, and I eat well. Now I know that sounds dramatic, but it's not that dramatic. I've actually just started with the explanation. The point is, take care of myself physically. Now the reason why I insist on taking care of myself physically, eating well, making sure that my environment is clean, making sure that physically I am just doing well. There's nothing that I feels like is harming me physically, is because sometimes when we are not taking care of ourselves physically, it reflects in our emotions. Like for instance, and the reason why I started with that point is I have realized that when I am hungry, I become a little more emotional and irrational, and I complain a lot and irritable. So I have to take care of myself in terms of making if I can get some exercise on, if I can eat all my meals well. And also the reason why I insist on this is sometimes I give a lot of excuses for me not to have my meals, but intentionally I'm trying to ensure that physically I am well, so that my emotions don't start being dramatic, or I don't I don't become dramatic just because I am hungry, or I am tired, I have not been sleeping well, I have not been resting well, I am in a dirty environment. So take care of myself physically so that I can just be well mentally, I guess. Yeah. Settle down my spirit. Now, all these things that are happening, being emotional, feeling sad and all that, usually it's not a problem, and the things that you're reacting to are not exactly the problem. That is, the problem is definitely in your spirit. Your spirit, for instance, for me, if my spirit hasn't settled down, if it hasn't started feeling like this is home, if it hasn't started feeling like it can be safe here, if it hasn't started feeling like I can be here and be okay and have grace in this place, then that means that I am just not going to be okay. So what I need to work on, and the thing that I know that I am working on right now, is trying to settle down my spirit. So how I am doing that is with affirmations. Reading the Bible has just been helping a lot. Try and remind myself that there's grace here. Read a lot about grace. Read a lot about God's faithfulness. Prayer helps. And this, let me tell you, my prayers have just taken a turn. They're not like, God, I want this and this and this and this, and thank you for this and this and this and this, and forgive me for this and this and this and this. They are rambling, but I can ramble on and on and on and on, and at the end of it, it just feels good. The other thing that I'm doing is writing, having a gratitude journal, writing my gratitude journal. So what a gratitude journal is, you write, whether it's 5, whether it's 10. For me, it's 10 things that I'm thankful for this day. I do it in the evening because that's when I get more time. So 10 things that I am grateful for in that day. And I have a gratitude stone. It's just a stone, and just before I sleep, I mention the one thing that I am most thankful for about that day. So gratitude has really helped me. And the other thing that has been helping me is finding things that help calm me down, whatever that is. And so maybe that is looking through the window, maybe that's watching kids play outside, neighbors' kids. I know maybe if any of the parents finds me is going to think that I'm crazy and I'm obsessing over their children, but I'm sorry if they do. But I am finding that it helps me calm down. It gives me little bits of joy, but that is just beautiful for me. The other thing that I noticed yesterday actually is that there are geese around where we are staying, and so I've just been loving watching them walk, because they walk really proudly and they're cute. I don't like when they start to attack because they just look like they are going to attack. So what I'm doing is just staying away and watch from afar and be grateful for that moment. So whatever it is that will help you calm down, whether it's watching the sunset if that's your thing, if it is reading your favorite book if that's your thing, go ahead and do it and calm yourself down. Sharing in my safe spaces, what I mean is, when people ask how you're doing, be honest and say how exactly you're feeling, and don't be afraid to tell them today that you're happy, and show them that you're happy today and tomorrow you're not. If that is what you're feeling, if today you're happy, or the first 30 minutes of the day you're excited and the other minutes you're not, if you feel safe enough to be vulnerable, share that with them. And you never know, maybe someone has a solution, or even if they do not have a solution, and I love the ones that do not have a solution, because usually it's not a solution that I'm looking for. Usually I just want to be heard. As long as I'm heard, I am just fine, or I'm going to be fine. So share. Find, if it's one person or two people or a group of safe friends or family, just people who can listen. Share, and don't be scared to share whatever it is that you're feeling, even if it is not consistent. It is okay. And all the other four have been easy, because they are do. Number 5 is my biggest challenge. Number 5 is go on autopilot mode. What I mean is, I am a bit of an overthinker. I think I love to think things through, maybe to make them perfect, maybe to protect myself from getting hurt, maybe to see that I don't make a mistake, maybe to make sure that no one gets too close to hurt me, maybe to get out of a situation before I get hurt, before it brings me sadness or anger. I am an overthinker. And at the beginning of this whole situation, the one thing that I wanted most was to figure out what it is that I was feeling. So I was trying to process my emotions, and I talked a lot about that. But the one thing that I have realized is that the more that I'm thinking about it, the more that I'm thinking about what it is that I am feeling, the more I am thinking about all the things that could go wrong and all the things that could go right. But usually, and because I am human, I tend to go to all the things that could go wrong a lot more than I will go to all the things that could go right. And so that doesn't go along with what I'm trying to do with gratitude. So what I am doing is not think about it at all. And trusting that the disciplines that I have been able to create this far, and the good habits, I cannot speak at all today. All the disciplines that I've been able to create and habits that I've been able to create in the past are going to enable me to not make any, are going to keep me grounded in this place while I'm not trying to process anything at all. So I am going with the flow. I am letting things just happen as they are until I am confident enough and until I am comfortable enough for me to now start making plans. And what was the other thing? Yeah, making plans and thinking about stuff and processing stuff, because it got me tired to process it without getting a solution, and because that didn't work anyway. So now I'm giving myself permission to not plan at all, to not think about stuff that needs planning, to not process it, to just go with the flow and be on autopilot mode. So anyone who comes to me who wants a plan to be created, I'm sorry, it's not my season at all. Those are the things that are working for me. As I said, they're not that easy, and especially for me, going against my nature to overthink stuff. That is probably the hardest one. And the other thing that I've realized has been harder is my prayers, or my prayer time, or how I said my prayers have changed. And for a moment there, I was like, oh my God, I am losing God as well. What is going to happen to me now? And the one thing that I don't want to lose is obviously God, because He put me here. I need Him to get me through this. Anyway, so they're not that easy, but every day I'm telling myself, even if you don't do all 5 or all the other things that you get to do, just do one thing that will give you peace, and that will keep you grounded, and that will keep you calm. And once you've done that one thing, that's all. And maybe eventually I'll get to my flow of things, how I used to do my things, to my routines. If you're going through a hard time, tell me if any of this works, and if there's any that I have not mentioned that works for you, share with a sister. I will see you guys on the next one. I love you so much, and I am grateful that out of all the things that I've got to do and process, this is not one of the things that I've got to process, except just edit this video right now, just when I am done talking to you guys. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys, I love you so much.